Okay, I think we're back. I think we are back. I'm going to give it just a minute to kind of reload, refresh. Okay, I see that it is back. Sorry for the mess up there. That is completely on me. I forgot to have a cable plugged in, and my internet's trash without it being hardwired on there. So I'll give it a minute here. I haven't done anything else to the game, so hopefully some people come back on here. If not, I'm just going to keep on playing. But yeah, sorry about that. That is my mistake. Let me get the chat going here. It's not a Paul stream without something going on. There you are, Patrick. Thank you. And thank you, Francisco, for being back. Sorry about that. Thankfully, I was able to get it fixed fairly quickly. Just doing a couple things here. David, you're back and I'm back. Okay. Sorry about that. Stream just went down. Again, I forgot to plug in one of the wires because, of course, I'm always forgetting stuff. But you guys are in luck because I actually didn't do anything. Sort of exactly where we were before the stream went off there. So, all right. And everything is good now. That shouldn't happen again. So I'm thinking about doing this observer here. Each time a challenge has failed, I discard it. I don't think I've actually been doing that. So that'd be kind of nice to do. This one does say each time another challenge is discarded, suffer 2. But if we discard that one's not another one. So that might be okay to do. This one is 3. Ooh. This one would allow you to discard it without suffering the penalty. So, oh man, there's so many decisions. So many decisions. You mean you didn't beat this while I was down? No, of course not, Francisco. Yeah, when it was down, I actually went through that entire well deck and I made all the cards line up perfectly. So we're gonna win this. Now, if I win, that's not true. But that's what we're going to say. Okay, I just have to do something. Let's do this 3. We're going to go for this one. It says if you fail a combat, discard it. So we're just going to discard it. We're not going to suffer the penalty. We are going to... Ooh, we could make this really good. We could make it a strength of 5. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We're just going to go for it. We're going to go for 3. If we can get 3 blues, it would be sweet. If not, it's just being discarded. Okay, so we got 1 blue. So that is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. Okay. So it's going to be discarded, but we're not going to suffer any of that penalty. Now, unfortunately, we do suffer 2 from this one. I forgot about that, even though I just read it. Should have boosted it a little bit more, but that's okay. And that's what happens. So this comes out here. It's a trap. Ooh, so 2 progress on it. No reward, no penalty. When this challenge enters plays, move 1 progress from every other card to it. No cards have progress, so it's there. This is the Hungry Chest. It's red. We have no red cards. We're just going to go 2. We're going to roll. We're going for this one. This is red, so we need some reds. We got 1 red, which is all that we needed. So that one is going to be discarded. No rewards, no penalties. This does say after this action, discard any number of cards, choose a secret. That secret draws as many cards as you discarded. So I'm going to discard both of these 2. And then we're going to draw 2. And of course, it's another blue. We don't need blues. Ingenious, after this action, choose a card from your hand, place it on top of your deck. And then that's just +3. +3 for puzzles. Look at that, a blue. It's a combat, so we don't put anything on it. We go down 5 into the well. We do suffer a damage if we lose it. Progress cannot be added to any non-guardian challenge. Well, so we have to go for it. Okay. Fun. Okay. So here's the other thing. We can always exhaust ourselves. Discard both of those cards, get an exhaust card, and then try from there. Let me move this down a bit. Or we just do 3. We're gonna get some damage. This one is each time another challenge is discarded. Yeah, that's not, we don't want to discard stuff. It's a combat. Okay, that's where we're gonna, oh no, progress can't be added to any non-guardian. We have to go for it. All right, so we're gonna go for it. We're gonna do 4 here. So that's 3 + 1. And let's see if we can get 4 blues. Not seeing that being possible. 3 blues, pretty good. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fortunately, not enough. But we do lose a card, or we do lose a health. So we're at 4. Both of these get discarded. And now we are here. Okay, so at this point, we could either draw new cards to become exhausted, or we just start rolling some dice. So as of right now, we don't need a card for this one, because chances of us rolling a blue is hopefully pretty high, but we are definitely going to have to draw cards on the next one. So let's just roll on this one without playing an action card, and then we'll draw new cards on the next one. Well, that was terrible. That stinks. That was real bad. Okay. Cool. That sucked. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get an exhaust. Ooh. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know, I guess I could have played that purity on it, but that's okay. I kind of want to save that purity for Callous. So this life leached away says remove 2 progress from Callous, 10 if you've reached the bottom of the well, then shuffle this card back into the exhaust deck. So now, unfortunately, we're sitting at 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, and we need 2 more before we get to the bottom of the deck if we want that Immortality's End to take play. Man, I was doing so good before, and then my stream ended, and now I'm doing terrible. Blaming it on the stream. Okay. 2 more cards. Oh. We're going to do Loyal and True. So we remove those. These go back into the exhausted deck. Then shuffle this card back in the exhausted deck. Okay, so we're doing Loyal and True. Loyal and True is the one that gets to go out and then back into my hand. Steve, we'll blame you too then. Thank you for taking the blame. This is a team effort, guys. Steve is stepping up. Where's everybody else? Okay, so we're doing 2. We don't have to roll because nothing else is affected by rolls. So that does go off there. We do succeed. And we go down 5 into the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, there's only 5 more in the well. I'm hoping that we can get 2 more progress. So those go here. New card comes out. Look at that. It's another observer. Fun. Each time a challenge is failed, discard it. So this comes back to my hand. Okay. Failed experiment. So now I don't have a discard anymore. This one is just 5. Ignore 1 damage I suffer this turn. Could do that for the husk. Fail a combat, discard it without suffering the penalty. Each time another one's discarded. We don't want to discard stuff. We need to go for this one. So this is 4. This is a Scholar's Heart, but it is -2 if attempting a combat, so we don't want that. We actually do not want that, because that's a combat. This allows me to discard cards, so it could be 9 right now. So this one's 5, but it makes me take a damage. And I would like to play this one, but I don't want to go 6 back up. Now that might be okay, because maybe it will allow some more progress to get on Callous. So this would be 3 to here. Okay, let's do this. We're going to do 3 to this one. And it's blue. It's red and blue. And this says if you fail a combat... Oh, discard it. I don't want to discard. Don't want to discard. 4, 5. Everything is a combat right now. But I'm sure something else will come out. So this would be 3, 4, 5. We want to keep that. Could go for this one. 3, 4, 5. I don't want to lose health. So we're going to go here. All right, so this is a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to attack this one. But if I suffer any damage this turn, I ignore it. So we just need to roll 2 reds. And of course, we didn't roll any reds. So we do ignore the damage, but it does do 5. And both of these go away. I got kind of burned last time that I didn't play a card. But I feel like getting 2 reds isn't too bad. So, I mean, I could do a fireball now. It would definitely get rid of it. So we're going to do that. We're going to do a firebolt to this one. Don't have to roll, but we're going to. Look at that. 3 fires there. So that one does go away. Okay. And I go 3 down into the well. 1, 2, 3. And this is the last card of the well. So we'll flip this over. It says, if failed, remove 1 progress from Callous plus 1 extra progress for each husk in play. If completed, you dive 3 and you add 2 progress. We need to complete this one. I know exactly what we need to do here. Because if we can't get any more well decks, then we go to Callous. So this is 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. We only need 2 more, which this one will do. So we got this. We got it. Easy. We're going to do Purity. This is my Lantern. This is my special ability. So before this action, discard as many cards as you wish. We have 1, 2 fires in our discard, so that's 7. We're going to discard this one, which is now 8. And that's all we need to do. So this comes out here. We roll it. Doesn't matter. We had 8. We're going to put 8 on here. Doesn't matter. And then we get to draw 3 cards, which we don't have, and we add 2 progress onto Callous. So this goes away. We cannot draw any more, so we have reached the bottom of the well. And this says, if there are 13 or more progress on Callous when you reach the bottom of the well, you win the game. So we have 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That is it. That was awesome. Francisco, I did not manipulate the deck. Totally just kidding there. But that is a very lucky card to come out there at the end. So that was sweet. Yeah, I have never seen that one before, but that is pretty good. So let me just kind of show you guys this boss because I was hoping to show it to you guys. So what would have happened then? Thank you, David. That was very nice. So what happens then is if you can't draw any more cards from the well, this one would have gone away, and then all of these go away. And then what actually happens is your big boss, and in every box it's different. So this is Callous and Scorn Stockade. It's obviously Scorn, and then you have Vainglory in the other one. Then you flip over the boss. There are 4 or 5 different boss cards. And so each one has a different ability on it. So this one is 20. Anytime you roll that symbol, you lose a damage. But this says +5 difficulty for every face-up gauntlet card. So this would go in the middle. And you have these gauntlet cards. And these go around it. So this one is Immortality. You cannot complete Callous's challenge and win the game. So you can't win that unless you have this flipped over. So to flip it over, you need 10 progress. This one is, this challenge cannot be discarded. If you complete it, flip it over. Same thing. And when attempting this challenge, you don't roll. If you complete or discard this challenge, you flip it over. So this one lets you lose 3 cards. This one gets you 2 exhaustion. This one makes you lose a health. So those go there. So if we had gotten here, you cannot attack Callous because if you notice, hopefully, he is a black card. So you don't have any black cards, including white, is not able to attack it. So you have to go for these gauntlet cards. And once you complete them, there's a little thing on the back. So this one says, when rolling, if none of the 3 skill dice match the challenge's color, turn this card face up. So it comes right back up if your dice aren't matching the color. If you flip this one over, now Callous is vulnerable to red. So once you have this one flipped over, now you can actually attack it with the red cards and the red dice. This one would be vulnerable to blue, and this one would be vulnerable to green. But again, going back to this one, you can't defeat him unless this one is flipped over. So you don't have to flip all of the gauntlets over. Let's say I just had one color flipped over. I could just attack it with blue the entire time. But according to this card, you do have to flip another one, or you do have to flip this one in order to win. So, yeah, that was it. That was Kinfire Delve, Callous's Lab. pretty cool little card game. Kind of clean this up a little bit, and I'll show you guys some of the other things in here. So going back to the artwork, pretty sweet. Oops. And actually, the reverse of this lid is actually a dice tray. I just didn't want to use it because it's really big and it's really loud, but it's got some pretty sweet artwork in there also. But the other seeker in this deck is Valora Helmsman. So for each bow you play as an action or boost, you may add 1 progress to any challenge not currently being attempted. So she's just adding more progress to the challenges. And then her lantern is, you do not roll this turn. X is equal to any value from 0 to 7, your choice. That's it's very interesting. I wonder why you would choose 0. I don't know. There's got to be a reason for that. But that is the deck in this one. And then, you know, just kind of looking at these ones here. Just looking at the artwork on here, you know, this is the back of these cards. Scorn Stockade. This is the Seeker on here. Actually, we've played both of these Seekers. I said I had only played 3 of them. We have played this one. This is Nas of the Wind Strikes. So at the start of each of your turn, he may move 1 progress from any challenge to another one. Here's his lantern. Copies, if you complete, attach the challenge you're attempting to this card. Copies of any challenges attached to this card are immediately discarded. So let's say I would have finished the triplets. I could have put it here, and then any other triplet that comes out just gets discarded immediately. So that's its lantern. I've enjoyed playing this person. Fine Longstride, the Bard of Destiny. So after a Seeker rolls, you may discard his symbol from your hand to let that Seeker re-roll. So anyway, a bunch of different variability with the game. It all comes down to the same style of game, what you guys just saw me kind of play, but just with some different variability. And like I said, it can be mix and match. And then, of course, we have Vainglory's Grotto as well, which I honestly haven't even looked at. But yeah, that is that's Kinfire Delve. Callous Lab specifically that we just played. And I know, Dennis, you had mentioned earlier, I think it was you, Dennis, Kinfire Council, which I believe is like a campaign of this game. They just kind of do other stuff. So it's a pretty neat little world. And I just wanted to get it played in this time of year because it's kind of a spooky game or whatever you may think. At least that's what I think. So that's it for me. Again, apologies for the stream going down. Very unfortunate that happened. But in the end, worked out for me. So that was good. And that's all that I have. Next Friday, it is going to be me solo again. And I will be soloing the White Castle. So we got a nice little Euro dice drafting game there that I am 99.5% going to lose because the AI in that game is very tough, but I really like it. So we'll be playing that next week. And then on Monday, we've actually got a What's New in the Collection. Not very many games new in the collection this time, but we've got some. So we'll talk about those. Thank you, Dennis. Appreciate it. Yeah, as far as I can recall, that was my first win, and that was a pretty good one. I liked it. I liked that Immortality's End card. So thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Definitely check it out if you haven't checked it out. Really fun little dungeon-esque card game. So that's it for me. You guys have a good night. I will see you guys on Monday. Have a good one.